What's happening, guys? Secondhand Canoe back at you here. As promised, new mini bikes. So they're actually about 2 weeks old now. Since I posted the last video, we went and got them. I don't know if I'm going to do a video of us getting them or what, but I am going to do a video of this because what I absolutely need is a back rack to fit right here, and it's kind of hard to find right now. You can only get them through Coleman. They're about $45 plus shipping, and then you gotta get a longer axle to go through here. Now this is for the CT200U-EX. Under the basement of the house there, I've got the CT200, my old mini bike. I'm gonna be doing some upgrades to it too, so keep checking in for that. But right now, what I need to do is get a rack for the back of this guy. I'm loving the extra storage I got up here. This is one of the big reasons why I got this particular one, and because it had a headlight too. That was something I really wanted, and man, it just looks cool. I like this black camo on here. This is going to be turn this into a hunting mini bike probably. So I'm going to be doing some mods on that too, where I can use it to go hunting with. Because really, me and my buddy Daniel have been driving all over the mountains up here in West Virginia with these guys, and they just rock. I mean, you can get anywhere with these, and if it gets too steep, you just get off and walk the bike for a little bit. But other than that, man, the only thing I need is a rack. So let me come over here and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I stopped off at home Lowe's today, and I've got some 2-inch, 1-inch flat bar, 1/8 inch thick, and then I've got 2 1/2-inch square tubings, 1/8 inch thick, and everything's 3 foot length. I'm gonna be making a 1x1 rack, flat rack for the back of here. I lost my receipt, go figure. It was slightly under $35 for all this. So just using $35 worth of steel from Lowe's, and what I showed you, or you can see under here, right here where the seat mounts in to the frame on either side and where the fender comes in. This is 1/4 inch steel right here. It is rigid. It's welded to the frame right here. It's solid. It's not going anywhere. So I'm not gonna have any problem making this thing. And I want to show you my buddy's bike, Daniel's bike over here. What one he got? He got the CT200U-EX, and if you notice, he kind of has the same setup under here as mine does. But man, this is 1/8 inch steel right here, and you can see it flex whenever I push down on it. So the kind of mount that I'm gonna make, or the kind of rack that I'm gonna make, is not gonna be able to be used on here. I mean, you could do it because everything looks the same. It's just a thinner gauge steel right here. So yeah, technically you could do it. I wouldn't put a lot of weight on it if I did do it. But he's got some plans for these fenders, and then he's gonna build a rack too. But it's gonna be a little bit different than mine. It's gonna come down and mount to the frame right here. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and get everything ready. I may come back on here and talk a little bit. I don't know. I may just mute it and fast forward the whole thing and voice over on it. We'll see. But I'll explain everything on it. So see you in a bit. Okay guys, we are back here, day 2. I had to stop the other day, and so this is actually the next day. And I'll show you the progress we got so far. I went ahead and I put the rack on the bike, and you'll see this piece of square tubing right here that I had to buy. My bracing system that I was originally going to do, I was going to come and brace from here to the seat, but I didn't feel like that was going to give it enough, and so that's when I went ahead back to Lowe's and got this. So that added an extra $6 onto the cost, but I'm going to mount that in here, and then it's going to connect back down. I'm going to drill a hole right there, and then I'll bolt it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mocked up and cut out. Well guys, we are back, and this is going to be it for the day. I'll show you what I did. Well, I guess let's start off with maybe the most noticeable. I put these tabs right here on either side. That's where that Plano box, storage box, is going to go. So I got that lined up for it. And then put my side pieces on. Welded those on there, and then I just welded this out, and you can see I kind of got away from myself and melted my milk cart on there. Wasn't using my metal rack here like I should have been, but yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up and ready to be painted, and we'll see it then. Alright guys, there she is, all shined up, all cleaned up, de-waxed, and hung up, ready for paint. I got some Rust-Oleum Professional High Performance Enamel. I'm going to spray this on and then bake the finish. Should turn out pretty good. I'll go ahead and get this finished and painted, and we'll see what it looks like on the bike. All right, guys, we are back. It has been a few days. Sun's shining, but man, we've been having a lot of rain out here. Let me show you the rack that I got going on here. I went ahead and man, there it is. Looks pretty good. I got it connected up here. The only thing I've got left to do is drill through here and attach it to the frame for support. But even just like it is, it's pretty steady. But we're really gonna beef this guy up. So I think I told you last time I was gonna go with the Rust-Oleum Pro enamel. Yeah, I did go with that. And in my impatience, I put it in the oven a little too early, didn't let it cure, and it blistered on me. So I had to end up sanding this guy down. And you know, I went back with Flex Seal. My dad's always talking the stuff up, so it's my first experience with it. We had a break in the rain for a few hours the other day. I shot it real quick and I hung it up in the basement to dry. And it's been there for a couple days. It still feels a little soft. I'm hoping it cures a little bit harder than this. I'm not gonna use it on the bike right now. I'm just mounting it on it. I'm gonna let it cure before I actually start putting stuff on it. Let me show you what I got here just real quick before I actually finish this up. I put these two tabs right here. Got the holes, 1/4-inch holes drilled in there. That's gonna mount my Plano box, storage box on it. And then on each side, I went and I put some 1/4-inch holes, about 6 inches away. I did that on both sides, and I also did it on the back right here where I can add stuff on it if I want to carry different things with me. But I'm gonna go ahead and, ooh, that sun's bright now. I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, finish this up, and we'll get a final picture of it. So we'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, we are finished. I just got back on a test drive from it, and well, this is the finished product. So sturdiness, I mean, I'm really pushing on this thing, and you can see it's not even budging. I mean, this is solid on here. So I'm gonna do some updates, you know, like I say, eventually, gradually on here. And I'm gonna keep y'all updated with how I do it. But as far as back racks go, man, this guy right here is gonna be awesome for everything I need. And total money into the build, I think I was $41 for metal supplies, and then paint wise, well, I went with the Flex Seal spray paint, and that was 12 bucks for a can on that. So you know, $52, $53, something like that, all together. And you can't buy this rack from Coleman right now, so it's really the only option you got if you want a rack on the back of this bike is to build your own. And I don't think I did too bad of a job on it. I know I'm a little biased because I built it myself, but it will work. And I just connected straight through there. That's all I did. Not too shabby, not too much trouble. Would have been done a lot sooner had it not been for the weather up here, but we got it done regardless. So next project you're probably gonna see on this guy is me installing 15-pound valve springs on here. I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. And I appreciate it, like always, for watching. Like and subscribe if you already haven't.